Hello, 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 and welcome to another YouTube
Beautiful
live.
Fromly meeting. We're gonna have to call it something else now that we moved on from.
So I know it's the silo meeting.
No, it's got to be something else, something more catchy. I'll figure it out. Don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Got to figure it out. And we have our guest with us, brother Carter. Say what's up to the people,
Greetings, everyone.
man. And I'm so excited to be here talking about Silo. If you are new to our channel, you know that we did, or if you are used to being on the channel with us, you know that we went hard with From. And we did almost 40 videos on From. Like when I was looking at that the other day, I was like, wow, that is amazing. And one of these shows that people said they wanted us to talk about was Silo. And I am so excited about episode 3 because it saved it to me. Because when I was watching 1 and 2 of this season, I was like, ugh, I don't know. And then episode 3,
I think it was more of the fact that it was so dark and we were watching it during the day and you couldn't see anything. I think that's what was making you, once it got dark and we put something up, you're like, yeah, okay, I can fuck with this now.
yeah,
I think it has something to do with that. So we're gonna have to watch a lot of these shows like at night.
gotta watch them at night. But it was some great action. And to start it off with our question, our initial question, and we want everybody who's watching to throw it in the comments as well. If you were any character in Silo, who would you be and why? And what character do you think most relates to your personality, the type of person you are? So put that in the comments. And while people are thinking about it, we want to thank some of our people that we see here. Who are some of the people in the comments that are here with us today, Candace?
So we got Margot 3. Hey, Margot 3. And then we've got our Doc, the doctor, Doc Kaiju Labs. Actually, Doc Kaiju Lab, he is our first member.
Our very first person to sign up to be a member.
Our membership. Right.
How amazing is that? And you get some fairy dust for being our very, very first
awesome.
member.
I feel like a leader of a cult. I'm a cult leader. Finally.
Yes, but we appreciate you showing us some love. And like we said, our membership is now on. So if you want to support us, we're a small channel, but we work hard. We're putting out the content consistently.
And Yasi Jaro, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not wearing my glasses. I left them at work. So if I pronounce your username wrong, I'm so sorry. But they said, I'm so happy you're doing Silo. The books are really good and the show's doing them justice. You know what? I'm glad you said that because I was so tempted to read the books. When I saw that the last year when they were having Silo come out on Apple the first season, I was actually reading the book. I didn't know that it was gonna come out. And then I stopped reading it. I only got to like the first half of the chapter and I stopped. And I'm kind of like, God, I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted to read the books, but I'm not going to.
Yes.
I'm not going to this time.
So. No, you can't do it. You see, Margot says she's loving the Twitch stream. Yes, we are also streaming on Twitch.
Are we?
We try to step up our game. We try to step up our game.
Okay, so yeah.
So if you just joined, our question was, what character in Silo best represents you as a person? If you want, Brother Carter, you can start us off. Was there a character in Silo that you feel like best represents who you are and what you represent?
Obviously, the main character, because she is a person who is not afraid to buck the system. I'm not afraid to challenge authority. And she's inquisitive. You know, I would want to know what's beyond the silo as well. I would have been that person trying to find out. And so it most definitely had to be the main character.
Yes.
Do you want to go?
No, I like that. I would say, do you have yours, Candace, or?
Yeah, it's not going to be very popular, but I would say Bernard. In this, before you get your pitchforks, I understand where he's coming from. Is he going about it the right way? Absolutely not. Is he lying to people? Absolutely. Is he? Yes, I understand that. But knowing what we know, knowing what he knows, of course he's going to want to keep people from going outside. Now, in my opinion, it is very often people when they read books or consume any type of media, they always think that they're going to be the hero in the story.
Hmm.
Not everybody is going to be the hero. If we were honest with ourselves, we would know, like, oh, I probably would be more like this person. So I say Bernard because of that. And then also too, I I think that I lost my train of thought. I'll come back to it, but there was another reason why. But I feel like he's going about it the wrong way, but I understand his logic and why he wants to do that. And also too, in my estimation, I what is the benefit of the people going, if there's no to me, the cost benefit is not, is that what you call it, the cost analysis?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't add up to letting people procreate willy-nilly, as in, keeping the birth control in people's arms or whatever. And then it doesn't serve the silo for people to want to go outside. You need your workforce, you need everybody in their place to help this silo going,
Hmm.
because outside there has been a nuclear disaster.
Hmm.
I am a terrible person. I'm terrible.
There you go.
I am a terrible person. Now I'm saying it out loud. I'm like, I sound like a dictator. But I mean,
Interesting. Okay. Well, mine's, and if you're just now tuning in, our question is, who in the show Silo best represents you? Like, if you were any character in Silo, who would you be? And I'm not gonna go with one of the main characters because I just don't think that's super fair. But I'm gonna go with Shirley. And the reason I'm going with her is because I like her feistiness. She's the kind of person who wants to stand up to power. And the thing that I'm liking the most about her most recently is the fact that she's starting to want to get strategic. One of the things that I enjoyed about the last episode was that they said, look, we got to start to get strategic with our rioting. We can't just be all buck wild and things like that.
like I said, everybody always says that they want to be the hero, or they say that they're going to be like the hero.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then look, someone says, I love Common, not his character, but Common himself.
Yes. Same.
Yes. Besides Juliet, Shirley, or George, I also like Tim Robbins, again, not the character, but the actor. I agree.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
And I think that that's a perfect segue. What was you guys' favorite moment from Silo the last episode? Favorite moment? You can start us off, Brother Carter.
Well, I really like where Solo was trusting of her. He got to the point where he trusted her to come out and to kind of network with her. And she was very skillful in getting him to come out of that isolation that he was in. And that was just kind of a good moment of her intelligence. Everyone says, even at the main silo, that she is very analytical. She's a critical thinking. And we begin to see that in this character when she was able to convince him to make that step to come out of his isolation. I really like that moment.
I like that a lot. And I'm going to piggyback off of that real quick because I like that so much. But if you're watching, can you please like the video real quick? And this is the question to all of us before we move on to our favorite moment. Do you guys think that Julie was manipulating him a little bit? And the reason I ask this is it seemed like a couple of times when Silo would say something to her, like, no, I'm not opening the door.
Solo.
Or so God, why do I keep saying that? Solo. When he would say no to her and things, she wouldn't lose her temper. And it there was a couple of times, especially like when she came up with the idea, when he told her there's some firefighter suits, and then she came up with the idea to try to retrofit a firefighter suit, but she needed his help. And she's like, can you help me? And initially Silo was like, no. And she had this calmness come over her, like, okay, what's the best way to try to manipulate this guy to get him to help me? Because people in the past obviously probably had a more aggressive approach. That's why he either killed him or waited him out. That's why he had those extra bodies out there. Do y'all think she was being manipulative at all, kind of using some reverse psychology? Or what do you guys think about that?
Originally, when I was watching it, I thought that's what was going on. But really, she seems like a type of person who has a direct focus on something and needs something, and she goes for it. I don't think she really thinks about all the other minutia that goes around it in order to help her get to that goal. I don't think she gets there does that until she's actually getting to that bridge and ready to cross it. So I don't think that she is trying to use Solo as a means to an end and manipulate him. I just think that she, as a character, I think she does have some type of empathy for him in being alone.
Mhm.
And so I don't think that's really what's happening there. And also too, we saw in the episode how she was able to get across that broken
Bridge.
bridge.
Yeah.
So she is I'm missing the word. She is crafty
Yeah.
in her thinking. Now having Solo help her, that would make things go faster because to get the help to many hands make light work. But I don't think so. I don't think she is trying to manipulate him to an end.
What do you think, Carter? Quick.
I don't think she's manipulating. I think she's tapped into his loneliness.
Mhm.
She is able to read people well, and we realized that from the first season. And she knows how to bring the best out of people. And because she has this desperate need of getting answers, she is willing to wait with his ability to trust her as long as possible. And it just came sooner than later. So I think she's just a great read of people.
I like that. And then Yasirio, they said Julia's dad did a revolutionary act last week. So Dr. P. So he said that was his favorite moment.
Mhm.
I definitely agreed.
It was mine also.
Yeah, it was one
Uh,
of your favorite moments.
yeah, because I mean, a character like that who's been doing these things for a while, I recognize it. He is almost the same as Bernard in a way where he's been doing these things to kind of trying to help the silo, but he is to the point where he recognizes he's going about it in the wrong way, and he wants to help. Now, I think it's kind of I don't think you should be encouraging people to procreate in a situation like that, but I felt for him. His love for his daughter and the missing the him missing his family, and just I think a lot of those things push him to make that decision. And also the acting in that you know it was just, I mean, the acting blew me away. And it was so subtle to me. It was so subtle. But I mean, he does great performances. We saw him in Game of Thrones, but like the acting was superb. And then I mean, I don't know, something about that scene made me feel something.
Yeah, it was a powerful scene. It was
Little
definitely.
little little acts of rebellion
Yeah,
lead to bigger things. Anybody can go out and just throw a firebomb and stuff, but it's the little small acts
I like
of
that.
dissent,
Yeah. And
that moves
Carter,
a revolution forward. I'm sorry.
yeah, Carter, go ahead and share yours. I know that you said that one of yours was the mechanical scene, and you made a comparison to the Matrix. Not the mechanical scene, but the gentleman that worked in mechanical who kind of betrayed him. You want to go ahead and share that?
Patrick reminds me of the Matrix, the first movie, when Cyrus, one of the main characters on Lawrence Fishburne's ship, decided he wanted to be you know,
Integrated.
integrated into the Matrix. He said the same thing Patrick said. He said, "I want to forget everything that I knew about being free." That's what Cyrus said. And Patrick said, I want to forget all of my pain. So they showed a parallel between those two individuals, and both of them were willing to turn their back on the people who they have grown to love, the people they had grown to be involved in order to achieve something personally, and that is to forget their pain. So I love that parallel, that connection that they did on the show to the first Matrix.
Yeah, and when you brought that up, I didn't think about that because that's crazy that he said, "Yes, I'm willing to betray my people to, help instigate a riot so that you guys can throw the hammer down and get these people under control. But you need to do something for me. I don't want to forget the last couple of days. I don't want to forget the last weeks. I want to forget every single thing what 20, 15 years ago, so I don't have to remember my wife. And I, like you said, that was a very, very intriguing and interesting
I want to
scene.
know what has happened to him in the last 20 years. And his wife that made him like, I want to forget that hoe. I don't want to remember nothing.
I think it was love. Because his wife, his wife got killed or whatnot. I think it was just love.
Oh,
He
I
doesn't
must have missed
he
that
he
then.
he doesn't want to be heartbroken. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he wanted to just forget every single thing. And Elizabeth said Juliet is definitely manipulative, but I'm not sure if she's doing it with Silo. Very interesting. And then we have another comment. No, Juliet is calculating, not manipulative. I like
That's
that. Good
that
Yeah.
to
perspective.
me that is two completely different things. Being calculating and manipulative.
And I think there was a couple of scenes that really stood out to me. I love the judges scenes that she had with the mayor. I thought that was amazing when they were doing a tape measuring scene because she needed a suit.
Mhm.
But the other scene that really got me, and we talked about it in our review, was when she was looking at that old archival footage on the projector, and she was watching people have fun in the real world.
Mhm.
They were at the beach, and you could tell she's been watching these kind of videos for a long time, which has been one of the incidating factors that makes her say, "I want to leave."
It's like warped her mind almost. Like her watching those things, it's warped her reality. Now I don't know. Do we know if Judge Meadows knows what it looks like outside? She knows, right?
I don't know what she knows, but it goes back to what you were saying, Candace. And y'all forget the excuse me for the coughing because I'm sick, and really I was debating should we even do this live. Carter's got a little cough and stuff too, but we said we want to get on and enjoy you guys' company. But it goes back to what you were saying. People are starting to want to see a difference and a change. The audience, what do you guys think? Do you think she knows that it is dangerous out there, or does she know something that the others may not know as to why she wants to actually leave? Because Candace asked a good question, and audience, put this down below. Why are people wanting to leave and willing to leave when it is dangerous? But why is it that they keep the powers that be keep hiding it? Why do you have to hide that it's freaking dangerous outside, or play the games where you put the hologram in people's masks when they go out to where they think it's it looks good outside and birds are flying and it's fake? Why do that when if you just show the people the truth, they don't want to leave? What do you think, Carter? And leave that in the comments too, guys.
Well, there's a couple of things playing here. Power corrupts, and absolute power absolutely corrupts. And when a power structure is in place, people are always intimidated with anything that can threaten that power structure. And so we're seeing that these people have created this caste system, if you will, where they are on the top of the food chain and they don't want to lose that power. And the best way to keep power is to keep the people distracted. We see this whether it's in George Orwell's 1984, where they kept people distracted. We see this on the Hunger Games, where they kept people distracted. We even see it in real history with
Bread
the
and
Romans
circuses.
that had gladiator games to keep people
Bread and
distracted.
circuses. Bread and circuses.
So that's what this is. It's a way for them to keep their power, to keep the people distracted. But it's always human nature, Patrick, to want to breathe free. People want to know what's beyond the Thunderdome. They want to know
Mhm.
what's on the outside. I want to be free. I don't want to be controlled. And
That
this
wanderlust.
constant battle.
Yep, the wanderlust of trying to explore expedition.
Yes, and then we have another comment. They said the power of grief versus the system. Dictatorship can shut down or execute people, but that creates a cycle, and the the ripple effects creates the revolution. Very
Mhm.
possible.
Yeah.
Very possible. Um, so that was definitely like one of my favorite moments, of course, in addition to Solo. What did you guys think about Solo finally kind of coming out? And how do you think that Julie and his relationship is going to flourish and change? And what do you think is going to materialize out of their relationship now?
I believe they're gonna really kind of complement each other. Uh, she's trying to rebuild her sanity. He's trying to rebuild his sanity. She's looking for answer. He's going to become stronger because he's going to feel like he adds value to her, which helps him. So I think this is a great match between him and her, Solo and Julie, because I think they complement each other.
Hmm. Hmm. One of the things that I was thinking, the audience, leave a question below a comment below about this. Do you think that Julie is eventually going to be able to go into the vault? What do you guys think? I Before I give my thoughts, what do you guys think that once they build this rapport and this relationship, that Solo's going to eventually let her go in there? An audience, what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Is Solo going to eventually let Julie enter the vault?
I think so. I think there's going to be a point where they develop a kinship and he trusts her and wants to go in there, and he needs help protecting the vault. I think in his mind, with someone like that, he's protecting something precious, right? And so I think that he would like the help, or the not companionship, but just
Support.
the support,
Just
the support
support.
of having someone else help, safeguard whatever is in there.
Hmm.
Um, I, do we even know what's in there? No, probably
I
not.
mean, it's a bunch of the vault has all the important records, relics, all kind of stuff is in there that that kind of tells the history of what things are.
You know what I just thought about?
What's that?
In the vaults, I wonder if there are materials or things in there to restart humanity outside of the silo.
I wouldn't
Is
be
is
surprised.
that what is being protected? Is that what they're trying to keep people from? I'm wondering, is that what it is?
It's possible.
Because if you think of a silo is something that you use to store grain, store water, to store seeds, to store different things like that, right?
Yes,
And so is that what they're protecting? The people. And the people really are a resource because you need people to repopulate, right?
you do.
So they're being protected. They're being kept in the silo because they are the Earth's greatest resource, or in along with what is in the vault.
That's interesting.
Watch. It reminds me of Book of Eli. Watch what's in the vault. The vault is protecting like the Bible or the Quran or something,
And then
or the
look,
Torah or the Tanakh.
yeah, Yasmin said they said that they answer some of the questions in the book. You'll see. I'm sure they do. I can't wait
No,
to
I
see.
want to.
But I think that she will eventually go in there. How she gets in there is going to be kind of interesting, because I do think that there's other people in the silo when they do go on this journey to this mission of hers to go and get
I
this
don't
suit.
think the suit thing is gonna work though. Do you think the suit thing is gonna work?
I think a lot of
That's too easy.
I think that when she starts to plan, either somebody's going to attack them or something's going to happen. Because if you recall, when she was first initiating that silo, she created that rope and she was kind of swinging across or whatever she
Mhm.
was doing, and then her rope just mysteriously it tore. But then when she looked at her rope, it looked like somebody had cut it.
Mhm.
So I think that they may Solo and her may go on a mission or go on this mission.
They might be trying to keep her in there.
I don't think that they're trying to. I don't know if they're trying to keep her in there. There are people in there that want to get in that vote, and I think that they're going to see this as an opportunity where he is exposed. Both of them are exposed, and this is just some crazy
But
stuff that I'm. Go ahead.
But I think I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
I
Carter.
go
think
ahead.
she's going to be like a linchpin. If there are other people who are out there, she needs to build a team at this point. She needs to build a team that's going to allow her to go back into the main silo with some strength. And I think the knowledge of Solo and whoever is out there in their in their silo, she's going to be able to build confidence from those people and build a team. So when she goes back to the main silo, she's going to come back with strength because that's what it's going to take at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's that because, like you said, I agree with you 100%, and I think that the knowledge that she's going to acquire while she's in that when she goes in that room, it's going to make her even more dangerous to the silo, her original silo she came from, which is definitely going to be a reason why they're probably not going to want her to be able to get in there. She's going to have to find a sneaky way to get into that silo, because she's not going to be able to just knock on the front door and be like, hey y'all, I'm back, and they let her in, because that upsets the whole
Of
freaking
course
status
not.
quo of what's going on.
And here's the thing, back to what I was saying. If you were in the silo 17, right, and it was all broke up and broke down like it was, and somebody comes in from engineering into your silo, wouldn't you want to keep them there?
What you mean?
Wouldn't you want to
You
keep
talking
them?
about the silo she's in now?
Yeah, wouldn't you want to keep them there to help rebuild it?
No, I don't think that the people there are interested in staying. Like, I think it is a small group of people that are still alive in there, because the silo is not functioning anymore. That
Right.
it's kind of like a submarine. Like, if you ever watch like videos on like YouTube about submarines or even like naval large warships, it is a team effort to make that thing function. You got the people down there who are watching the nuclear generators. Then you got the people that deal with the bungee cords that land the planes. Then you got the chefs cooking. You need hundreds and thousands of people to make something run effectively. And that silo is run down. I think that the people that are in there, they want to get in that fucking vault, because there may be food, there's information, there may be a way to escape, or whatever they may think is going on. And I think that they may try to attack them and hurt them. And this is just me guessing. And something happens where they get injured and they have to make their way into the vault, get back in the vault or something like that, or to that effect. But I'm curious to see where that relationship goes, because I think she's going to end up in there and get hella knowledge. Meg says, but the medals thing isn't in the book though, not how the show is presented. And then she said, hey guys, what's up, man? Glad that you made it with us today. Uh, if you
We
follow the
can't.
books, we're going to see that Solo knows a lot. He's going to be a great, yeah. He seems like he wants to help. He knows a lot, and he seems now that he has built a relationship with the right person. He's going to help that person, unlike all those other people who came and he had a negative type interaction with them. And then I know you guys said if you haven't read the books, no spoilers. How do y'all think he's going to help in the comments, guys? This is for the audience. Leave a comment below, and like I said, please don't forget to like the video while you're watching really quickly. I'm trying to see what was the other question that I had. What was the other question that I had? So I guess we could, because we're all kind of sick and all of that kind of stuff, and we said we wasn't going to be on here super long. What is a prediction that you guys have for the next episode? And this is a question to the audience as well. What do you think might happen in the next episode that might be interesting or intriguing?
I think you hit the nail on the head when you say that there's going to be other people that's going to reveal themselves out of
I was
the
gonna say the same
silo that Julie and Solo is in. I think we're going to see there's other players there, and we're going to start beginning to see the formation of this new tribe, her new tribe, because she lost the old tribe and her old silo. She's going to build a new tribe, and we're going to see her hero persona kind of increase in this next episode.
I like that. I wonder how she's going to convince them that she's a good person to kind of be around, right? And then especially when you pair that with Solo, because I would assume that those people probably fucking hate Solo, because he's been in a vault, not letting people in, maybe even poisoning some people, pretending like he's giving them food. So I'm curious to see how it, and I agree with that she is probably going to do that, but how does she repair? And you guys can leave a comment too. How would she repair that relationship with Solo and those people too? Because I would be like, I might get down with you, but fuck Solo. You know what I'm saying?
thing.
He killed the homie.
Solo Dolo.
Yeah, he killed the homie 6 months ago. He fed him horrible Campbell soup with
Mhm.
poison in it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He didn't let us in the vault. So what's your thing, audience? What are you thinking too? What are you looking forward to seeing in the next episode, audience? Leave a comment.
I was gonna say what you said, Carter, but I think another thing that I can't wait to see is the small revolution that's happening up top. So remember last time we talked about the episode, we said that there's going to need to be a revolution happen, not just at the bottom in the down below, but it has to go up. It has to hit people from the up top and everything for this to work and to be a lot smarter. Right. And I can't wait to see what happens with that. Like, how does the doctor, what's the doctor's name? How does the doctor,
You talking about her
right,
father?
right. How does he keep like taking out the birth control? Like, what is gonna happen?
The
What is
end
each
game with
person?
that.
And I want to see more with uh Robert Sims. Like, what is his deal? I want to see more about that. Yeah, that's it.
I like that. I'm with you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when they try to go get that suit, and I'm pretty confident that they're going to get attacked. Like Carter said, I'm interested to see if she does form this new tribe and how she builds that relationship with them. I'm also curious to see how it seems like not only are we starting to see uh lower tiers of the silo seem like they've had enough, we're starting to see more upper level people, just like what you were saying, Carter, just like what you were saying, Candace. Like when we see the judge, she's like, I'm gonna help you get things under control, but I want fucking out. I want to leave. Julie's father, he's doing little small things. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be that trickle effect where you're going to start to see more and more people uh wanting to see things change, wanting to get out of a situation. So I'm definitely super curious to see those things. And let's check the comments to see if anybody put down what their yeah, she said she got to keep her mouth shut. Yes. Don't spoil it for us. Don't spoil it for us. And anybody else, if you haven't read the books, what do you predict it might happen in the next episode? Like super excited to see what's going to pop off in the next episode. And like I said, all of us are a little bit under the weather. We're not going to stay on too much longer. But tomorrow we're also going to go live because we've been watching Earth Abides as well.
Mhm.
Carter said he watched it. He has a lot to say about the show. Margot is going to join us tomorrow as well in our live because we have a lot to talk about with Earth Abides.
We're
And
gonna meet up in the hotel lobby.
we gonna make it do what it do.
I need to come up with another like another word for our lives for these different shows.
Yeah. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, thank you for tuning in with us. We wanted to get on here briefly because all of us are a little bit under the weather. Brother Carter, thank you for joining us like usual.
As always.
Yes. And don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to support our channel, you can now join us and become a member. And we also always love super chats. It helps a small channel like us to stay motivated and buy a little extra gear here and there when we need it. You know what I'm saying? Extra mic or extra something else.
We got a monitor.
Yeah, all of that kind of stuff. So thank you, Brother Carter, for joining us. And thank you all for tuning in. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we will see you guys tomorrow for our video about Earth Abides. As always, we will see you in the next video because our watch has ended. Peace.
Bye.